Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Renegade Roundtable podcast here. I am Jeffrey Kirby. As usual, each and every week, we have Jarryd. Jarryd, how in the hell are you?
Wish I could be better. That's what I could say.
I felt that. Before we get started here, we're going to take probably a minute or so. We're going to discuss this damn weekend that me and Jarryd just had. First and foremost, we apologize. We were going to do a live stream last Friday. Needless to say, that did not happen. We got to the Airbnb and plans immediately happened. Like it was like literally we got there immediately. Plans started getting planned out, and let's just say it was a party.
Oh yeah,
it was a party from the moment we got there till the day we left.
Mm-hmm. It was, man. It was a great time.
I've been saying that literally might be the best weekend of my life.
It was the best weather I've seen in a long time. Well, the last couple of years I've been.
What?
Last
year was good too. Last year week one was nice.
I'm sorry, I was sweating my balls off. It was hot.
Well, aren't you used to that already?
Yeah, I don't want that. You know, at least no, we'll talk about the game later. Anyways,
but yeah, it was honestly an absolute blast. I'm going to say this for myself, and I know Jarryd can, he'll say whatever, but I could probably speak on him as well. We appreciate everyone that we got to meet over the weekend. It was an absolute blast from everyone on Steeler Twitter. We met so many fucking people, and it was just an absolute blast, man.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the game, we're going to get into the game, which is why we're here,
mm-hmm.
but that could have been a whole lot better. But the lead up to it, just the overall, just being able to meet everyone, the partying and all that, it was an absolute blast. Obviously, it was great to see Jarryd in person again. Got to meet his father.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Papa Sanchez.
Yes, sir.
So got to meet him, and obviously shout out to our boy Herb, who ended up having to leave the game early because he was feeling it.
Yeah, he was. I felt so bad.
Yeah, I did too. And what sucked is he was in my section, and it was just a nightmare.
Oh,
it was just a nightmare. My liver was feeling it.
I bet it was.
3 straight nights and it just got progressively worse.
Oh yeah.
It was. Oh my god. Especially Sunday.
Oh, Sunday we needed it.
Oh boy, that was a it was a blast. Got to meet obviously some guys for the first time. Got a shout out my guy Brandon, Big Brandon 007 on Twitter. We got to meet him. Obviously my guy Todd, Dave, Jimmy. There's just so many freaking people that I could shout out that we got to meet over the weekend. But hey, shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for making that the best weekend of my life. It was an absolute blast. But now we need to talk about this game. Jarryd, I'm going to let you have the floor first.
What do I even start?
I don't know.
Where do
you start? Do you want to start with the offense or do you want to start with the defense?
I'm surprised, we wanted to receive the ball first when we won the coin toss. I was like, I guess, it is what it is.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision to say the least.
I thought it would be the defense. Let's see how our defense holds up against them. Doesn't matter either way, as you can tell. They torched our defense easily. Brock Purdy looked like Tom Brady on the field, making just game-managing throws.
He looked like Jesus Christ out there.
But, oh, my gosh. And then Pat P, my God, that man.
He looked like a 39-year-old corner out there.
And he was talking to, oh, my goodness, it was terrible. The offense, I don't even know where to start. The play calling. Do we just not run the ball on first down anymore? Do we just not do that anymore? What do you expect to throw? We ran the ball only 10 times the whole game. I understand we're down a lot, but 10 times in the whole game, it's Najee was averaging 5 yards a carry apparently, even though with the limited rushes he had. Matt Canada, of course, he was a part of the equation to see how successful Kenny was going to be this season, and you saw Kenny wasn't reading the field correctly. It looked like he was, hesitating a lot. Didn't read the whole field in my eyes. It was just very, very sloppy. And the only best drive they had was the 2-minute huddle before halftime. That was their best drive, and they scored a touchdown. At least, thank goodness. At least the other games like the Giants and the Bengals played worse than us, so we don't really deal all of the heat type of deal. But, geez, we were so bad.
So, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the offense start out. You're meaning to tell me there was at one point of time deep in that first half where we had 1 yard of total offense. Let's just talk about the play. Let's talk about the play summary for the first half.
Oh, God.
3 and out, -5 yards. 3 and out. Well, no, that was the 3 plays led to an interception. 3 and out, -3 yards. 3 and out, -10 yards. Then you go 3 and out, 4 yards. So, hey, we gained some type of yards. And then, like you mentioned, in the 2-minute drill, you go down 95 yards, 12 plays, and get a touchdown. So that right there, Kenny was awful. The offensive line was awful. The play calling was awful. The whole entire thing was awful. According to Pro Football Reference, Kenny Pickett was docked for in terms of bad throws with 10 against the 49ers, tied for the most in the NFL after week 1. Those 10 throws are also a career high for Pickett. Now, like I said, play calling was an issue, but that's not the sole reason why that offense was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, the play calling was bad, but the decision-making was not good. The execution was not good. Kenny, and I hate even mentioning this, but you know what the kind of vibe that I got from Kenny Pickett was? Remember a few years ago when Sam Darnold said that he was literally seeing ghosts?
Oh, my goodness.
I was getting that kind of vibe.
I wasn't getting that vibe. I just thought he just played awful that game. I think that was probably the worst game we've seen. Worst second game since last year.
But we mentioned all this.
Mm-hmm.
The whole blame can't go on Kenny either.
Mm-hmm.
The offensive line was god-awful.
Terrible.
Garbage. Kenny Pickett, out of 51 pass attempts, was pressured 24 times.
It's almost half.
Yes, just under half. And then, but part of it too was that I noticed was at the times that there were where he did have a pocket, he was getting very happy feet.
Yep.
And I mean, granted, when you're getting pressured that much, it's bound to happen because you're thinking, oh, there's got to be pressure coming somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You know what's the part that pisses me off about this game? Nick Bosa didn't do shit in this game either.
Nope.
Nick Bosa was almost a non-factor. Yet, all of this happened. Let's get to Dan Moore for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dan Moore in week 1 was Pro Football Focus's lowest graded offensive tackle overall, PFF's lowest ranked offensive tackle in pass blocking. He had allowed 9 pressures, a career worst, 6 hurries, 2 QB hits, and a sack. Not good. Not good at all. Let's talk about Matt Canada. This is where we're about to get fun. We're about to have some fun. So scrolling through some of this was information I got from Twitter from people, and some of this I decided to look up on myself. The Pittsburgh Steelers, since Matt Canada has become an offensive coordinator in 2021, did you know that they're the only team to not have a 400-yard game on offense?
No, they never know that. I would bet it, though. I bet a lot of money on that.
Every other team has done it at least 3 times, and 9 teams have done it 10-plus times. And we have done it 0.
Ooh.
The Steelers, under Matt Canada, have now scored 1 offensive touchdown or less in 9 of their last 18 games. They've been held to under 20 points, or 20 points or fewer, in 13 of their last 18. And then I decided to have a little bit of fun with this. So let's talk about Matt Canada in terms of where he's ranked since he's become an offensive coordinator. I got curious about this. So I looked at in 2021, 2022, and obviously in one game of 2023. In 2021, in terms of total offense, his offense was ranked 23rd at 315.4 points or yards per game. 2022 was also 23rd at 322.6. Now in 2023, again, it's only one game that we're talking about, but 27th at 239. Let's talk about points per game. In 2021, was ranked 21st at 20.2. In 2022, 26th at 18.1. Through one game this year, 30th. Shout out to the Bengals and the Giants. Let's talk about the pass game. In 2021, they were 15th. Hey, middle of the road. At this point, middle of the road is pretty damn good for us. At 222.2. In 2022, 24th at 200.6. And then obviously in one game we were 15th at 198. Your average yards per pass. This was the one I was waiting for.
Oh boy.
In 2021, they were 30th at 6.1. Do you want the good news or the bad news for 2022?
Just give me the bad. All right, I'm already here.
Well, here, actually, I'm going to go with the good first. The good news is you improved. The bad news is you are still 28th at 6.4. And for this year, so far, you improved again, except you're only 27th at 5.
Oh, gosh, 5 yards a pass.
Matt Canada should not even be calling an offense for a middle school team. The arrogance. This dude is an abomination to all things football. The dude was not good at all in college. What the hell made you think Matt Canada was going to be good in the National Football League? I just mentioned his college rankings. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Matt Canada's offensive rankings in college. Just because I want to continue to add more salt to this wound. Wow, shall we? At Indiana, his rankings in 4 years were 38th, 97th, 84th, 56th. At 1 year of Wisconsin, 60th. At NC State, 98th, 57th, 41st. Hey, Pitt.
This best one, huh?
10th. 10th in the country? That's actually pretty damn good. Then you go on to LSU.
Oh boy.
76th. Then you get to 1 year at Maryland. 69th. Nice. What do you want me to say? Matt Canada, in terms of an offensive coordinator, is the equivalent to how Stephen A. Smith used to talk about Kwame Brown in basketball. I simply just don't understand.
It's really bad. I'm just, they're not going to fire him. We're stuck with him. There's no way.
Oh, we're here, and I'm glad that you mentioned that. The reason why I'm glad you mentioned that is because, we're all clamming for it. We're all claiming for, fire Matt Canada. And obviously, yes, if we got the news right now, as the moment we're recording this breaking news, Steelers have fired offensive coordinator Matt Canada, we'd all be happy as hell. There's one issue. Still the same playbook.
Yeah.
It's still the same dog water playbook.
Nothing's going to change.
You know how bad this game was on Sunday? The game was so bad that Trent Williams was talking about how he wished that we would have gotten more first down so they could take a break.
Yeah, I saw that.
That is just absolutely awful.
Well,
now that's the offense.
Oh, that's the offense. You want to talk about defense now?
Let's get to the defense next. The defense.
I'm just going to make the good shining point. Shout out TJ Watt for being the best player probably out of the whole game.
The only player to show up.
Shall
we mention that?
3 sacks, forced fumble, and still lost.
Now it sucks that Cam Hayward got hurt. Found out earlier today from the moment that me and Jarryd are recording that he is officially on IR. We'll miss the next 4 games, but in reality, he's going to probably miss some time. He's going to miss probably 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, this is one of those times where having an early-ish bye will help you because that's an extra,
week.
An extra week that you'll be able to let him recover, and that's one less game he'll miss. This defense, Patrick Peterson looked like he looked like a 39-year-old corner. Brandon Ayuk made him his bitch, if we're going to be honest. Brock Purdy looked like the second coming of Jesus Christ. Alex Highsmith has some nice plays.
Yeah.
Alex Highsmith looked okay. But other than that, it was just not good overall. They did whatever the hell they wanted.
They couldn't stop the run at all.
They couldn't stop a nosebleed.
They
literally could not stop a nosebleed.
You're thinking, after we score that touchdown house, all right, 20-7, thinking, okay, Niners get the ball, defense, we can get a stop here.
You're right back in that game.
You're right back in that game. No, just Christian McCaffrey.
Two plays. The second play of the second half. Christian McCaffrey fucking obliterated and took the soul out of that team and out of them fans. And speaking of fans.
Oh, boy, here we go.
As a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I could probably speak for all of Steeler Nation. Or at least most of them, I would hope. The fact that we allowed 49er Nation to come across the country and practically turn that into Levi Stadium now?
Yep.
Levi Stadium East. I get it. 49er fans travel very well. Steeler fans travel really well. Cowboy fans travel really well. This was the first time in God knows how long, maybe in the history, that we witnessed another team take over our stadium. It was sad. It was pathetic. How in the hell did we allow this to happen? Part of why this might have happened, though, isn't fully on the fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's on corporate America. Because a lot of this has, a lot of these corporate guys, they get these tickets and have zero intentions to go into any of these games, and they just give them away or, whatever. Or you get these season ticket holders who immediately sell their tickets and don't give a damn who buys them.
Yep.
There was a story from the 2005 AFC wildcard game between the Steelers and Bengals, where Bengals fans legitimately would not sell their tickets to Steeler fans. Now, I get it. At that time, the internet is not like it is now in terms of, being able to buy tickets and all this, that, blah, blah, blah. Today, 10 years ago, there is not a chance in hell this would happen. This was the first time in a decade that we got a week 1 home opener. We were so excited to have this moment. We were so excited to go in and be able to watch our team go and actually play a good team on week 1 at Acrisure Stadium. And what the hell did we do? We let another fan base take it over. How pathetic has this fan base turned into? Oh. Now back to the defense.
I got one more for the fans. One more. And I'm not calling anybody out. And to people who think, for the home opener, it's some bad luck that you showed up and the Steelers lose. I've been going since almost 2017. Besides the COVID year, I didn't go 2018 or 19, but I've been going the last 4 or 5 years. The last time the Steelers won a home opener was 2017, and that's
with
when
fans in the stands.
With fans in the stands.
With mostly,
mostly fans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
they won that Bronco game in 2020, but there was like 12 people there.
Yeah. But 2017 was the last time with like a lot of fans in the stands. That was against the Vikings. That was the last time we won a home opener.
So yeah.
If you think it's bad luck, then don't show up. I'll still be going every year. That's fine.
I was gonna say I'll be there. Me and Jarryd will be there next year.
It's become a tradition that we show up to the home opener every year.
Yeah. We're gonna be there. We'll be there at this time next year. Need to hurry up, but you know what? Whatever.
Okay, all right. Anyways, back to the
Jarryd. Well, Jarryd gets to go and say, he's going to the Jags game. So if you guys see him out in the streets, make sure to go say what's up, get a picture with him, have him sign something. He's famous, get his autograph, whatever.
Yeah, definitely not famous, but it's fine. I appreciate it.
Hey, I'm trying to help you out here, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But yeah. I'm glad you brought that up because I saw a lot of that on Sunday and Monday and thought that was kind of funny.
Got to move on to the next week now. We'll still talk about the defense, so we got to move on to the next game.
Yeah. Actually, real quick before we continue on with the defense, I want to mention one other thing about the offense. It was something that you mentioned about the running attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, we understand that when you get down so quickly, you really don't have the chance to run the football. But at some freaking point, you had to run. You simply could not. I'm sorry. You have to establish some sort of run game.
Exactly.
And you did zero of that. You know what's the part that really pisses me off too?
Oh boy.
The time of possession.
Oh, I don't want to know. I didn't even look at it. I don't even want to know.
The San Francisco 49ers held possession of the ball for 37 minutes and 23 seconds.
Oh, my God.
The Steelers, 22 minutes and 37 seconds.
We held the ball for 22 minutes? I still can't believe we ever did that.
I mean, you're not wrong. Put it this way. So let me go back to here, the play-by-play. In terms of the drives. So like I said, in the first half, outside of that last possession, you were pretty much going 3 and out every single trip. Let's talk about the second half.
Oh, boy.
4 plays, 3 plays, 8 plays, hey, but you went turnover on downs. 7 plays, 12 plays. This game was the most frustrating game in a long freaking time.
It is the worst game I've seen in person. I'm just going to say that right now. It is worse than the Detroit Lions game. That's how bad it is. It is worse than that.
Are we talking about the game where we watched Mason Rudolph throw the football 50 times in the rain and snow?
Yeah. It's worse than that.
That game?
Yeah, that game.
At least in that game, we were in the game.
Oh, yeah, I know.
We were in that game.
That's what I'm saying. We were in that game. Oh, not this game. Start to finish.
This was like rewatching the first half of that Vikings-Steelers Thursday night game in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
This was like rewatching that Bills game from last year. This was like rewatching that Eagles game last year. This was like rewatching that 2017 Steelers-Jags regular season game.
Yeah. It's rough. But
I don't even know. And you know what? You know what's another thing that's really pissing me off? Or shall I? You know what's really grinding my gears?
What?
On a little Family Guy reference. Why the hell is Joey Porter Jr. only having 7 defensive snaps?
I wish I had an answer.
And Terrell Lawson even said it today in a press conference, where, when he talked to the media, saying that they're going to continue to only keep him in nickel and dime defense as of now. After what you saw on Sunday, how the hell? I mean, unless Joey Porter Jr. has just been that bad in practice and camp, unless he's just been that bad or the game is just that fast for him, unless people with some real football knowledge, like real deal, like, understands X's and O's like that, if they want to explain it to me, they could go ahead. Other than that, after what you saw on Sunday, how in the hell can you say, yeah, we're not going to use him?
That's a pretty wild statement, not going to lie. It's pretty bad.
And I also think we might actually get some sort of wish on Monday night.
Oh, I hope we win. That's all I want.
Well, I'm not even talking about that.
No, just imagine if we go 0-2. The world's gonna
end. Well, I'll get to that comment in half a second. I do think that we actually might get a wish that we actually are going to see Broderick Jones on Monday night.
Oh, I think it's going to happen.
Because Chuks Okorafor is in concussion protocol. Highly doubt that he's going to play on Monday. But the thing is, from what it sounds like, it's going to be Broderick Jones on the right side and Dan Moore on the left.
That's what I thought. That's why I was like, is he playing left or right? Because he got hurt at the end of the game. I think he played the left side and Dan was on the right for those 4 snaps.
Well, and that immediately was not good for Dan Moore. But you know what, though? I'm going to say this, though, about both sides, going into a tiny bit about that Cleveland game going on Monday night. For both sides, both tackle positions on both sides are going to have an absolute handful. They have a rookie Right tackle, DeJuan Jones. Playing at right tackle, Jack Conklin being out for the year with a knee injury. Obviously, we're going to probably see Broderick Jones over there on the right side at right tackle. They have Zadarius Smith and Myles Garrett. Mm-hmm. We have TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith. Both are going to, on both sides, they are going to be an absolute handful. Mm-hmm. What worries me about Cleveland going into them, and yes, I agree, we need to win this game. I cannot deal with the fact that if we lose that freaking game, and I have to hear it from the damn Cleveland Clowns fans.
Oh, I feel so bad.
It is going to, I might bulge my eyes out. I might just chop off my ears at this point so I don't ever have to hear it anymore. It might just start going Stone Cold Steve Austin sign language for the rest of my life. For the love of God, please, I am begging you, please win this game.
I wish you could just insert that meme. For the love of God.
For the love of God.
Please.
Please, I am begging you. I am begging you. But to what I wanted to say, that defense, with what they just did to Joe Burrow, that defense is legit. Mm-hmm. Jim Schwartz is legit. Their cornerback room is legit. Might be the best trio in football. You're gonna have to go out there and really make shit happen. You're gonna have to establish the run game. Isaac Seumalo, he needs to have a big game. He's going up against Dalvin Tomlinson. He's a big run stuffer. He had himself a pretty good game on Sunday. You're gonna have to go out there, and he's gonna have to have a really good game and be a road grader and be the reason why we brought him in. He was a road grader in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. He needs to continue to do that because he did not look good on Sunday at all.
The whole line needs to play better. Just the whole line.
Well, yeah, that is true. I mean, James Daniels looked awful. They all looked bad. They all did.
They all have to step up. It's not going to get any easier.
And then on top of that, we haven't even mentioned Deontay being out.
Well, Deontay's out for a couple weeks.
Deontay, and those hamstring injuries, man, those are a bitch. Those hamstring injuries worry the hell out of me because they can linger all year long.
Damn, once he made that cut, just knew it.
I was like, oh, man. And
he should have just kept going personally, but I get it. He's trying to make a play. But,
you know what? I just had another thought about the offense.
Oh, boy.
Why the hell did we not get 14 more involved?
It's a great question again.
Maybe this will finally, and I hate the fact that this had to be the way for it to happen, but hopefully we finally get to see 14 go out there and actually do something, actually get more involved in the offense.
Yeah, because you're going to see a lot of more Calvin Austin. You're going to see a lot more Allen Robinson.
What's more annoying is the fact that the corpse of Allen Robinson had more targets than George Pickens.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, what are your thoughts on that whole comment of George Pickens liking on Instagram?
Oh my gosh, why do I care? I waste my time on that. It's like he said he didn't do it. Okay, he didn't do it, but people are gonna believe what they want to believe. I don't care. Just play. I need you to play. Just get more involved in the offense. I know he can't do anything about it, but still.
Well, part of that too. I mean, part of it is on Matt Canada, but part of it is also on the quarterback. Mm-hmm. Obviously, quarterback guys has to see him. There was some people who break down film. They were saying there were multiple occasions where he was wide open.
Oh, him and Calvin Austin too. I saw that one across the middle. He just waited another second, looked to his left. Oh,
yeah. Kenny Pickett over the middle, his anticipation has not been good. And that was something that you really need to develop. That was something that I was really wanting to see coming in a year or two, was that anticipation and throwing in tight windows.
Well, yeah, once like what you said earlier, once the defense of the Niners kept going at him, the pressure, I think, he got happy feet. He couldn't, he got frantic. He thought he had to get the ball out, quick, under like 3 or 4 seconds or less, like 2 seconds to throw the ball.
Yeah. But you know what? We have that game. We flush it down. It's a new week.
Yeah.
Got to get ready for Monday night. The one thing that we can hold our heads on, and obviously, with these kind of weeks, is this game is always personal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like how I would feel like if like when maybe Jacksonville plays Pittsburgh, that game could be kind of personal for you. That'll happen later this year. It's always personal for me, and I've been talking to some of my Browns fan friends. Obviously, they're feeling very excited, as they should. I mean, they went out and dominated Joe Burrow, made him have his worst game of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And but the one thing that they keep on saying is, hey, they're worried at the fact that, listen, for some odd reason in that house, in Acrisure Stadium, we play them very well.
Mm-hmm.
It's Monday Night Football. We don't lose on Monday Night Football at home, especially.
Mm-hmm.
We have that going for us.
Yeah.
How will this team and Mike Tomlin respond to getting your absolute asses handed to you?
God, I hate those stats, man. Haven't lost on Monday Night Football. Oh my God, it's just more tempting, and it's like, oh man, and they're gonna break it. They're gonna lose it. Don't need to hear that, man. Just go out, run the offense, play good defense, just win the game. Special teams. Presley Harvin need to punt better, please. 30-yard punts, really? Come on.
You know what? I want to look at this now. We're gonna go see if I can look this up.
30-yard punts, Presley Harvin.
So Presley Harvin on 6 attempts, because averaged 42.3 with a longest of 57 and had only one inside the 20.
Terrible.
The one thing though that was nice, what was one of the very few positives was Anthony McFarland at return.
I was very surprised. I thought I would see Calvin back there possibly, but Anthony McFarland did it. Held his own.
Yeah, Anthony McFarland looked good back there. That was one of the very few bright spots. So I was excited to see that. So, got to claim it for something at least at this point. Yeah. Who's one player? I mentioned on offense. One guy that I really think that needs to have a really good game is Isaac Seumalo. Mm-hmm. On defense, I think if there's one guy that I feel like that needs to have a really good game, it's got to be a Landon Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
A Landon, obviously, when you talk Cleveland, I know you could talk about Deshaun Watson, this and the third, blah, blah, blah. In reality, the first thing you need to do is stop 24. You need to stop Nick Chubb. And guys like a Landon Roberts, he's the run stuff at linebacker. He needs to go out and he needs to have a great game. If they could go and stop the run and turn this into a one-dimensional team, then hey, you might be onto something. You could come out with this game. I'm interested to see how DeJuan Jones is going to look against TJ Watt. Obviously, in terms of that size and that length, I mean, that's a hard matchup in itself. However, I mean, TJ is TJ. That get off is incredible. He's going to have to obviously use a lot more speed and technique over, pure power. So I'm curious to see how that's going to look. With the way that Browns fans have been talking about their left tackle, Jedrick Wills, mm-hmm. Alex Highsmith should just have a feast out there with the way that they've been talking about their left tackle.
Interesting.
Their interior offensive line is really damn good. Joe Petonio, Wyatt Teller, Ethan Posick. Really damn good interior. Tackles, not so much. They're going to have to they're going to have to chip. I mean, we remember the last time that the Steelers and the Browns played on Monday Night Football in Pittsburgh, and the Browns had a rookie or a rookie right tackle. We remember what happened, right?
Yeah, I was there.
Now, I know James Hudson is not James Hudson. I know DeJuan Jones is a massive human being. I understand. I saw it in person.
Mm-hmm.
He's a massive human being, but I'm curious to see how they're going to handle that. Obviously, they're going to need to throw some chips over there. They're going to need to help out because if you let, I feel like San Francisco, they're such a complete team that even with TJ having the kind of game that he did, it really didn't matter.
Yep.
This is the kind of game where if TJ could go and have a takeover game again, then it's not going to be as good. The one thing, though, that you have to make sure of, and we saw this in Week 18 last year, if you get your hands on Deshaun Watson, you need to bring him down because we saw that last year at that final game. He was very good at getting out of those situations, extending plays, and Deshaun Watson does have that ability.
Mm-hmm.
As much as we hate, we love to come after his ass.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I mean, he still has not been great in 7 games so far, but he has that ability to go out, use his legs, and make those kind of plays. That has not changed. So if you get your hands on him, you need to bring his ass down.
It's crazy. It's crazy stat wise. Kenny is the best on stat wise on the AFC North.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. It's just the first week too. What else?
It was all bad. I mean, Mahomes didn't look great. I understand that Kadarius Toney is the equivalent to Dante Moncrief.
Jeez.
Joe Burrow looks like
man.
Joe Burrow.
I think he just has a rough week 1 every year. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, he's not good week 1 at all. I mean, Deshaun Watson didn't look great. I mean, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. And Lamar Jackson, I mean, whatever. I mean, he wasn't great either. So I don't know. But you know what though? That's how it's going to be in this AFC North. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath. And this is your first crack at a divisional opponent. Cleveland's already 1-0 in the division. Go out there, first of 6 opportunities to go after a divisional opponent.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go out there and you have to get this done. You have to get this game.
Have to. Can't go 0-2. Cannot.
You can, with this team, I'm sorry, you cannot afford to go 0-2. Simple as that. Point blank, period.
That's pretty much.
Anything else that you want to get off your chest? Going from Sunday or Monday, anything that you need to get off your chest? Because,
oh man, just frustrating that those Niner fans took over the stadium like that. That was probably the loudest, Niners chant probably ever. Like that just don't happen.
It was weird because we felt what we've done to other stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
We've done that to the Chargers Stadium, multiple Charger stadiums, multiple times. We've done it to Atlanta. We've done it to Arizona. We've done it to Cleveland. We've not to as much of an extent, but we've seen it happen in Cleveland. You probably have seen it in Cincinnati. I mean, maybe Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, Jacksonville's always a big spot.
I mean, we've witnessed what we've done to other stadiums. We witnessed that. We were on the opposite side of that. It does not feel good at all.
Kenny just played better. That's all I'm asking for. It just I understand Matt Kennedy's your offensive coordinator. If you just need to call your own plays every time, just don't even think about Matt Canada. Just do it. Yeah. I know it doesn't.
You know what? As you just said that, I just had another thought.
Oh boy.
And I'm after Matt Canada's ass again.
Oh boy.
Matt Canada, you arrogant son of a bitch. the fact that, and we've seen this now with multiple quarterbacks. Saw it with Ben. Now we're seeing it with Kenny.
Seen it with Mason?
This is year 2. Well, Mason to a very small extent. I mean, we saw him for like a game.
Mitch?
Okay, yes, Mitch. So we're talking 3 or 4 quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
The arrogance say you have no control of what you do at the line of scrimmage. What I call is what you run point blank, period. Especially when you did it to Ben.
Oh, yeah.
The arrogance. I mean, so let's just say you call a play and it's a great cover 2. Like, it's a great, I guess, cover 2. But you're reading cover 3. Clearly, a smart quarterback is going to, or a quarterback who is in control of the offense and command of that offense has the ability to go up to the line of scrimmage and audible to a play that's going to be better against cover 3.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Canada says, fuck you, no. I think that has a lot. That's part of the issue with this offense is the fact that you don't have any control of being able to change anything at the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's changing protections, whether it's changing plays, whatever it is, they don't have that ability.
I don't think we've seen many audibles at all.
Because literally Matt Canada does not allow it, which is such BS.
It's insane that you can't do audibles. It's just insane.
Like, what is this, a high school offense? I'm pretty sure my high school quarterback was able to make plays at the line of scrimmage.
Like,
in high school.
That's just insane. I just now just thinking about it. Like, did Kenny call that many audibles? I don't think he is. Like, literally, I don't think so.
All I'm saying is please win. For the love of God.
For Kirby's sakes, please win. And everyone's sake, honestly. Kirby's the most.
For everyone's sakes, please, I am begging you.
Kirby just needs it the most right now.
Especially so, I'm doing a live reaction stream. I typically do these on Browns Steelers games because people ask for them. Here in my hometown, they ask for it because they, it's a way for all of them to watch my reactions and all that. So last year I did it week 3, that Thursday night game.
Yeah.
And my phone just blowing up. There's nothing worse. Looking down and having about 35 notifications from different people talking shit. Oh my God, it's the worst. Please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Please go and beat these fuckers.
Hey, more Darnell Washington, too. I'd like to see him more out there.
I just want to see it win. Man, I don't care how. Please, I am begging you. Oh, my God. All right. I think that's about it for this. I don't know how much more I can take of this. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment. Again, like I said, Monday night we'll be doing a live reaction stream. So make sure to click that notification bell so you know when we go live for that. Make sure you come by, say what's up. We're going to be watching. We're going to be chilling, watching it. You guys can chat in the chat with me. It's going to be a blast. And until then, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. For the love of God, for the 99th time, please beat these guys. I'm begging you. Goodbye. Peace out.